And it can like wrap around anything. Early too. My old phone was broke, and my antenna wasn't working, so I had to only call on Wi-Fi. So I had to like live in like I had to stop at like Starbucks as I'm driving around just to make a call. But I can hide from my wife easier, so it's cool. So guys, my name is Jeremy Liu. I'm a professional wedding, portrait, and commercial photographer. All that means is I shoot people. I take their pictures. I don't know if I can do the same as I did last time. Some of my clients are like St. Mary's Renown, Port of Subs, people that you may know of, regular people, Reno people. I am born and raised in Reno, actually Sparks, Nevada. So I went to Mendive, I went to Reed High School, and I'm just like you guys, but like 18 years older. Yeah, thanks for that. Who said that? Fired. Oh, you did? Jeez. I'm like looking at their mouths and nothing's happening, but I can hear noises. I'm older, right? I'm older. So I'm 32. I'll be 33 on Monday. Happy anniversary. So if you guys want to get me anything, I'm a medium shirt, 34 waist. You want some food? Me too. If you get some, hook it up. Sure. So, what I want to talk to you guys about is less about photography, although I feel like I'm going to get more into it, and more about being an entrepreneur. Do you guys know what an entrepreneur is? Sure. Who knows?
Someone who starts out with a small business, trying to make a bigger business.
Business owner?
Someone who invests into a business.
Good. What's up?
Someone who sells stuff.
Great. Those are all awesome answers. Entrepreneur is somebody that I would say sees something a little differently than other business owners, right? So if you guys are to think about your future, I think that you guys are most likely going to be thinking about a career that you're going to have as a bigwig, as somebody who owns a business, right? Rather than somebody that works for somebody else. I grew up with the mentality that I am never going to work for somebody else. If I fail, it's my fault. If I succeed, it's my fault. I get to choose the days I work, the people I work with, how much money I make, how much time I can play Call of Duty.
Oh yeah.
Prestige 15, Black Ops 3. No, come on, man, that's dangerous. You shouldn't have played it either.
It's not Jeremy, bro.
Yeah, no, that's not good. So, we're going to kind of focus on that today. You guys have another presentation after this, so I want to do something a little bit differently for everybody. But as far as my photography goes, when I was your age, I was the nerd. I didn't play basketball, I didn't play any sports. I was in choir. I was in choir all through high school as well. I actually started working when I was 14, when I was in 8th grade. I went to Mendive, a mile and a half down was a McDonald's. I applied there, I actually got some credit for school for working there. And I became a manager when I was a freshman in high school at McDonald's, which was their mistake, because all my friends got free food. But I worked there 5 days a week. When I used to think back, as I got a little bit older, I used to get mad at myself for doing that, for taking time away from my daily having fun with my friends, hanging out. Is that recording? Eagles. Yeah. Wait a minute. So I used to hate the fact that I worked, but as I got older, I feel like we all build our own paths. I decided to work and have money, have a car when I was 15, rather than play sports or play sports. That's really the only other option that I had. I was in choir, but choir was, super simple. So I took that path. What I want you guys to think about, does anybody here work? What do you do?
Sell art.
Sell art? Your art? Or somebody else's art? Where do you sell it?
Oh, do you get art?
Oh, you do?
Yes.
Nice. Do you have like an online, Etsy, eBay, anything like that?
No, take points.
Cool. Check out Wix.com, Wix.com. Who else works?
Art.
You sell art? Same here? Did they come in and then tell you guys how to sell art? Did you guys know each other?
No.
Ooh.
Better. My
Ooh.
friend, please follow me.
that I'm gonna start making movies.
Nice.
Like making like movies that are already been made, but make them way better than.
Like your version of it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like what Puff Daddy did. P Diddy.
Like a bird movie. Right?
Puffy. P-Dog. I don't know what his name is now.
Wow.
You work? What do you do?
I work for a horse trainer.
Nice. What do you do for them?
I usually ride the horses and work them.
Oh, that's kind of like not work, but you get paid for it? Yeah, that's the best. What do you do?
I bet with my brother.
You. How old's your brother?
He's like 20.
Okay. No, that's the way to go. Just, don't bet at all. Remember, Nevada wasn't born on winners. You know, if you walk into an amazing casino, they have to pay for that with losing money. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So you're like, oh my God, this bathroom is amazing. Yeah, because all these people lost money, including myself, to pay for your bathroom. You do? Good. Babysitting's awesome. So the people that rose their hand, you guys are like me, right? Everybody else, you'll be like me, just in a little bit. You guys are entrepreneurs because you guys are already thinking about how to run a little business in your head. No matter how small, no matter how big, that's what entrepreneurship is. Running a little business, okay? So, give me the first question on your paper so I don't miss up that.
What skills are needed for this career?
Eagles. You guys tell me, I'm a professional wedding portrait commercial photographer. The other thing that I do is I run a studio called Hatch Reno with a team of amazing people. I just get to call myself like the owner of it. Hatch is a membership-based photography studio. We teach, mentor all photographers, videographers, and models on how to build a business within their industry. So now that you guys know what I do, what skills do you think I need to become a professional photographer?
I have to understand the basics of taking photos and lighting.
Yeah, more than the basics, right? Like just know how to use a camera,
Like
right?
Photoshop.
Right? So I need to understand computer skills, Photoshop skills.
College degree.
You don't need a college degree,
Oh, lucky.
but we'll talk about that in a second.
Communicating.
Yep, I need to know how to talk to people, right? Is that yours? Cool.
Like math, length, and width for the picture thing?
Yeah, within a general, like a 2-3 ratio, yeah, just something like that. I am what you what's known as an introvert. You guys know what that means?
No, non-social.
Non-social. I am non-social. And I'm happy about that. When I was your guys' age, that was my killer. I would go, like let's say high school, go to like high school parties, and I would just like sit in a corner. I was the wallflower. And society kind of taught us that like, hey, that's not cool. You need to be like crazy. You need to be talking to, outgoing. And I noticed that as I started to grow up, I was the first one to grow up out of all my friends. First one to get married, first one to have kids, first one to start like 1,000 businesses. Most successful out of my friends. And it's not because I'm an introvert, it's because I was focused. Now, I wouldn't say that introvert is completely antisocial. I am amazing in front of a group of people. I can, what are you looking at? Creeping me out, bro. There's a spider down there.
What are those?
These are amazing, that's what they are. I do have water shoes on. I decided, so I'm an introvert, which means that I'm a little bit different where I used to bartend, so I know how to talk to every single person that I meet in a positive way. I can make anybody like me. I can make myself not look like a jerk to anybody, which is a great skill that I have to have. So the communicating that you guys said earlier is key, right? The weird thing is when I have a camera in front of me and I'm shooting a wedding with like 200 people, I'm the life of the party because I get to hide behind the camera. You guys may be the same way if you guys are artists. Maybe if you're painting, maybe if you're drawing. Those who are gamers, if you're gaming, all of a sudden, behind the mic, nobody's seeing you. You're baller. You're like the person, right? Does that make sense? So I'm an introvert. Those of you who are introverts in here, don't ever think it's a bad thing. I am more happy to sit in my desk on my office and just work and do nothing and not have to go out and go to a party or sit at Wild Island. Like I'd rather sit at like a private beach in Tahoe than go to Wild Island any day with a whole bunch of people looking at my boobies. I can't wear a bra either. Cool. So, you guys asked a question. I'm going to go into another one. I want you guys all to close your eyes real quick.
Well, you can't write anymore.
Then you're not writing. Ready? That's for you, horse trainer. I want you guys to picture yourself 10 years from now. Are your eyes not closed? You're looking at me. Picture yourself 10 years from now. Picture the car you're driving. Picture the house you live in.
Apartment.
Are you married? Not married? Don't answer. Are you in Reno? Where are you living? It's important that you guys do this right now at your age. The reason is I did this a ton. Open your eyes. Let them adjust. I've decided at a young age, when I was your guys' age, even younger, that whenever I thought of my future, which I hope you guys do, what you're going to become, I was always going to be successful. I was never going to fail at life. In my mind, honestly, I was always going to be a millionaire. There was never like, what if I'm not a millionaire? But I noticed as I got older, that started to change a little bit. Things would happen in life and I'm like, crap, I'm not going to become a millionaire. But I would adjust a few things. So let me ask you guys, when you guys were eyes closed thinking about it, about what you're going to be in the future, did you guys have amazing cars?
Prius.
We'll talk about that later, Brett. So quiet. A Prius, good. Amazing cars. Did you guys live in a great house? Did you live in a great apartment? Just like a medium apartment?
Yeah.
Partner. Alright, did you guys, did you live in Reno? Did you live somewhere else? What's wrong with the no tag? You live in the beach? Perfect. So, I hear the joking here. That's what I like. I guarantee that none of you guys honestly thought that you guys were going to be living on the street. That you guys didn't have any money. That you guys had torn up, dirty clothes. Right? Nobody honestly thought that. I want you guys to remain positive on your future no matter what. Because the only person that will make you guys live on the street, not be successful, is who? Right? Yeah, you. Yeah, you guys. All of you guys. And I think that's important because I feel that when I talk to the newer generation about, when I mentor them about business, about life, a lot of them blame other people. Oh, I can't do this because my mom, she wouldn't let me do this before. Or my friend, I got in trouble because my friend did this thing and I went with him, but he did it. You have decisions that you're making every single day, and anything that happens to you in the future is your fault. So take control over it. Next question. On your paper, L paper, are you yawning? Paper.
What subjects are you needed?
All of them.
I'm tired.
All of them. So, I did not get a college degree. There are degrees for photography somewhere else. I didn't do that. How I started my career, you guys might want to hear this. When I started, I was a massage therapist. I was actually an instructor for massage therapy as well. And we were having our second child, which was our first birth. We adopted our first kid. So we were having our first birth, second kid. Rai. Her name's Ryan. 2 N's. And my camera broke. My little point and shoot broke. We were going to the hospital, so I had a little time to go to Best Buy because that's what dads do when you're having a baby. You go to Best Buy. And buy something, yeah, whatever. Just sit there. Best Buy used to be way cooler than it is now. So I bought a camera with a changeable lens. The guy's like, do this because I just wanted another point and shoot to grab pictures of, pushing babies out and like this and selfies. They're like, no, get a changeable camera. And so I bought that camera, went home, started taking pictures. They sent us home from the hospital. Just follow with me. So started taking pictures, and then what happened was my pictures were coming out like crap. Horrible pictures. I had my camera set on auto. I didn't know what I was doing. So I started to Google and YouTube. I went on Flickr.com, put my camera in, saw these amazing images were coming out of the camera that I bought. But why can't I do that? Why couldn't I do that?
Did you have the wrong ones?
No, that was horrible. So what I did, I was like 25 at the time. I decided to contact 5 amazing photographers. What's up?
Did you do selfies?
I do all selfies all day, man. I live 365 project. Have you guys heard of that? You take a picture every single day of yourself, but to maintain it, to make it a little bit better, you have to do a set every single day, which means not just like, hey, here's me and some flowers, but it has to be like on a tripod, you're wearing like a costume, you're doing something every single day. I did one for 365 days. It's on Flickr somewhere, go find it. So I want you guys to imagine this. You guys are super interested in doing something, right? You were talking to a cartoonist and you were super excited? Yes. So you are talking to this person. We'll get to it. And you decide that you want to go into this career or learn about this career. You walk up to somebody and you say, hey, can you please help me? Can you please teach me? Can you please show me how you did this so I can do this a little bit better? That's what I did. I contacted 5 amazing photographers in our area, shot them all emails, introduced myself, honest as possible of what I needed, what I wanted, what I was thinking about. And I was probably like 2 weeks in, right? Super new at photography. What would you expect their answer to be if you guys asked for somebody for some help? You would expect a yes, right? If you guys asked me for help, I would say yes. These 5 photographers, 3 of them told me to drop dead. 1 told me I was going to kill the industry, and 1 wanted to charge me $600 for an hour. Which, granted, the $600 for the hour, not bad. That's probably the best out of the group because they were trying to make a little bit of money. Their time is valuable. I just couldn't afford that at the time. So I was distraught. I was done. Quit photography before I even started. Well, I started playing with my camera more. Started Googling, watching a ton of YouTube videos. By the way, if you guys are on YouTube, I have a channel. Jeremy Lou. Find me. My face all day. This is going on YouTube. One day. Subscribe. So I started teaching myself how to shoot. I got a little bit better. I won a few awards. As of right now, I'm the best of Reno for the last 5 years in a row. I've won a few awards, and what happened was as I got better and bigger at what I became, people started asking me those questions. Hey, can you help me? I'm struggling. What's my answer?
Sure.
Yes. I've never said no to any single person. Which brings us to Hatch Reno. I then built another studio besides Jeremy Lou Photography to teach people who wanted to learn, right? So Hatch is a membership-based studio. Simple enough, it's just like a gym for photographers. We give them lighting, we give them tripods, we give them backdrops, we give them models. And they just have to come in with their camera and they have everything to play with, right? Like, I don't know if you guys have been in a gym. It's been a while for me. But a personal trainer, if they want to run a business as personal trainers, they theoretically would have to buy all of that equipment and store it in their house and then bring people over, right? Or what if they could just pay like a small monthly fee, maybe like $100 a month, and use everything in there and train their clients? Way better for them, way more creatively that they can train stuff. It's not creative. But that's what I did for photographers in our area, which is what brought me to here. So that's my story. What was the question that I was talking about? What was the last question? Oh, subjects, right? So ultimately, I would say everything, because every part of my business has something to do with what I've learned in the past, whether I know it or not. I know we always joke about like the whole, when am I going to use this thing in math in the future? And you may never use it, but what if you had to? Right? What if you had, like I'm teaching my kids division right now. Luckily, I'm amazing at math. I was born this way. What's up?
So like, you need like choir to do stuff?
No, but I mean, I sing to my clients when they're like, when I'm taking their pictures. A lot of Lady Gaga. You don't need choir, but the cool thing that choir taught me was how to work as a team, how to not push myself forward when other people need to be forward. I feel like we need to learn a little bit of humility in our lives. So when you're part of a team, you have to know when to jump forward and you have to know when to stay as a team. And that's huge, right? I'm a photographer. Even though I have the accolades that I have in my Hatch Reno, there's a lot of newer photographers. So if I walk into Hatch and go, look at me, Big Bad Jeremy, do you think they're going to want to like hang out with me? Do you think they're going to want to, they could probably care less, right? I mean, my clients, my wedding clients, don't care that I've won awards. They just want me to take great pictures of them. So why would I go and tell them about all this stuff? Why would I step in front when I can just be part of the crowd? Does that make sense? And singing is amazing. Do you sing? Oh. Did anybody sing? Do you want to sing with me real quick? Okay. I'm amazing, yeah. Karaoke. Well, I'm running low on time, so if we have more time, I totally would sing. Yeah, what happened was there's a... Okay, give me another question. Oh, nice, cool. I started earlier with you guys' questions. I didn't know they had one. So, I want you guys to learn a couple things before I'm done. I have till 10:04. Oh, we're not singing, bro. Okay, cool. So the first thing is the art of the hustle. Okay, so when I was younger, I heard the word hustle, and it was always scamming somebody, right? Have you guys heard of hustle before? Hey, go hustle them for some cash. Usually drug dealers. Yeah, hustle. The hustle. So, I decided that hustle was a bad word, and as I got older, I realized that it's actually not. It's actually a technique to let people understand what you do, why you do it, and why they need it. Every time that you guys talk to somebody, you are theoretically hustling them to listen to you. Does that make sense? I can walk up, you guys can all walk up to me and talk to me, and you have to give me a reason not to just leave. Does that make sense? So what I want you guys to do from now on is every time you sell something, turn your homework in, do your homework, do a presentation. Remember that you have to, people may have to sit, like you guys may have to sit here and listen to me because you just have to. But I have to give you a reason to retain the information. That's the art of the hustle. So I want you guys to focus on that. I want you guys to remember that everything you do or say, it's your job to make sure the other person listens. It's not their job to listen, which is going to contradict what I'm going to say next. Important life skill number 1 is listening to people. I want you guys, when I was younger, I had a bigger ego. I always assumed that people wanted to hear about me. I always assumed that I was the coolest person in the room, even though I was in the corner of a room. And I just wouldn't listen to people. Somebody would talk to me and I would be like on my phone, just like this. You know, maybe like, hey, yeah, cool, got it. Yep, high five. I need you guys, as this generation, because I'm teaching my girls this now, which seems to be really hard for them, is how to listen to people. Okay? So, you guys know the difference between listening and hearing, right? Okay. When you're talking to somebody or somebody comes up and talks to you, they are expecting you to listen to everything that they say. And if you don't, you all of a sudden on their scale have dropped. It's important to maintain this life skill because you never know when this person's going to come back into your life. I just photographed a wedding for somebody I went to middle school with. Haven't seen her since. Somehow Facebook, she found me and hired me to shoot a wedding in Moab, Utah. So not only did she pay me my rate of $3,500, she paid an extra $3,000 to get me to Moab and my wife. Amazing secluded desert area to shoot a wedding.
Do you travel?
I travel all the time, which is another perk of being a photographer.
Where have you been?
Everywhere.
Italy?
Everywhere. No, I'm in it.
What?
So everywhere but like Italy. Yes. No. Paris, Texas.
Do you have one, or do you just move from apartment to apartment?
No, I own a house, yeah. I have a house.
Bring your ass with you when you come.
I do. It's on wheels.
Oh, you're calling. What's the closest place you go?
So Moab is huge, but I actually just booked a potential Bora Bora wedding for 2 weeks. And I've never been there. So they're paying for us to be there for the entire 2 weeks. Photograph like 8 days and then 6 days I get vacation time.
Wait, where is that?
It's like somewhere in like Caribbean or I don't even know. Yeah, somewhere wherever that one chick was going.
Where were you going before you came here?
I was in my car. I What do you mean, before photography?
No, like before you came to Nevada, were you?
I'm born and raised here.
I meant like, were you somewhere else and then had to come here?
No.
No, I live in Sparks. I don't know what you're saying. I've never left Reno. Born and raised, never left ever.
Like for photography thing.
Yeah, still here. I bought a camera at Best Buy in Sparks. I lived at Best Buy. I lived in Sparks. I never left. So I went to college here at UNR. I did massage here in Reno.
I thought you just said that you went to
I travel for weddings.
Yeah, like I meant, did you travel somewhere and then come here?
Yeah. Like for the Utah one, I went to Utah for like a few days and then I came back. Yeah, so just for the wedding. So the last thing I'm gonna leave you with, is it quick?
Yeah.
Better be.
I used to live in Sparks, but right by this school named Florence Drake. Do you live like in the school?
I do, yeah, I know where that is, but no. I live by the hospital.
Oh,
Northern Nevada Medical Center.
Oh, you don't live in York Way?
No, I don't live in York Way. Although I did go to Alice Maxwell when I was a kid. Last thing I have to talk to you guys because we're almost done. Go ahead. I use gel, pomade, and then there's a spray. It's all Unite products.
Write that down.
The last thing you guys need to know, the most important thing that I learned in the last part of my life, I'm not dying, but you guys have to learn how to say no to people.
No.
And we say that easily, but I'm not saying no to say no. I'm saying say no instead of maybe. Say yes instead of maybe. If I ask you guys to do something, or say, hey, tonight will you go home and research like donkeys for me? Because I don't know. Is that cool? Can you do that? Great. If you tell me maybe, then I assume that you're going to go home and might do it or might not. But I have no idea, right? If you tell me no, then I know you're not doing it. If a friend asks you to go to a party, if you don't want to go, say no. Don't say maybe, because what's going to happen? They're going to be at the party waiting for you. They might come, they might not. It is sad, but it's more sad for the person. So it's the gift that you're giving them. It's called the gift of no. I read it somewhere. So make sure you guys remember to give the gift of no. I say it to my clients all the time. If I can't do a shoot, I say no. I don't say maybe, so they have to wait around. I say no to my kids all the time. Yes or no. Take the word maybe out. What's up?
Is that what teachers are like every day?
Where?
Yes.
Say no?
Learning to say no is a skill you must build. Do your homework. Because it is easier. Be strong and say no. Okay, can we give Jeremy a healthy round of
Hey?
Sing no by
Oh,
Megan
no.
Trainor.
I'm on the voice right now. You can say no, you're going to get in trouble. But they're not going to ask you to do homework, they're just going to tell you to. They're not going to, can you do homework? Hey, buddy. No. You on your day? No, come on, I know you don't.
Yeah, you gotta know how to do it.
Yep.
Wait, where do we?
But if you don't go to school, there's consequences, right?
Alright, let's keep her. Yeah, you go in your team to.
Where your belly driver?
No, I wasn't a valley driver, but I had jobs like that. Any job in customer service is similar